Shakalaka, extremely bullish scenario for Ethereum, plus a Bitcoin warning that you do not want to miss. Stay tuned. What's up everyone, Randall here from Crypto Love. Today's video, we're talking about an extremely bullish Ethereum scenario and a Bitcoin warning you don't want to miss. Before we get into that, guys, make sure to like, subscribe, click the notification bell. Also, come join us over on Twitter at the Crypto Love, where every Friday we are giving away a super sweet t-shirt just like this. So come join us over there. Now, Ethereum has formed this nice little cup and handle that we have here. But I'm not the only person to talk about that. As a matter of fact, Raoul Pal has been looking at this chart and he's tweeted, to be brutally honest, I stare at the chart of ETH Bitcoin and I see an enormous rounded bottom with potentially huge breakout just above. Now, right now, Ethereum is trading at $2,769, pretty close to the yearly all-time high, a low of $180. Can you believe that? You could have bought ETH at $180 this year. Right now, worth $2,768. But he goes on further to say the ETH space is growing at 100% year on year versus 50% year on year for Bitcoin, and it's attracting a massive proportion of the developer talent and applications too. All the DeFi, all the NFTs, all of that is winding up on Ethereum. He goes on further to say that at this point in the risk cycle, and with ETH 2.0 coming, cheaper fees and less supply, I'm struggling not to sell all my Bitcoin to move my entire core position to ETH. To be clear, I'm a massive Bitcoin bull, and I think ETH is the better asset allocation for performance right now. So he's saying that even though he's a huge Bitcoin bull, and he's the guy who was telling everybody to get in Bitcoin back when it was below $10,000, even though he's a huge Bitcoin bull still, he thinks that right now, ETH is the better asset allocation for performance right now. Now, with the ETH pair starting to break out, so as we can see here in his line, it was pre-breakout where he's saying, hey, ETH is starting to pick up the pace. Well, right now it's actually broken through that line right there. You could probably see behind my head. It's broken through that line. With that happening, the bullish pair revives the Ethereum flippening discussion. As we see down here, EIP 1559 being seen as a strong catalyst in the recent ETH bull run. And according to Ellie Laress, partner at digital asset management firm Exo Alpha, the increased momentum is a signal that the market may be in the buy the rumor and sell the news configuration that may drive the price up until EIP 1559 is released in July of this year. So this run that we're starting to see right now, we could see that all the way up for the next couple months of the year. Very bullish scenario for Ethereum panning out. Now, Ether is trading ever so higher, and part of that is due to what we see down here. A report earlier this week from digital asset manager CoinShares showed that Ether funds and investment products drew 34 million last week, while Bitcoin funds lost 21 million. So we see a lot of money even moving in Ethereum out of Bitcoin. Bitcoin's been kind of stagnant recently. People are putting their money into Ethereum. But that's not all. Even JP Morgan is talking about Ethereum right now. They have this in their North American fixed income strategy. Why is ETH outperforming? They talk about both Bitcoin and ETH markets experienced a comparable liquidity shock earlier this month, which triggered a comparable delevering of their respective derivatives markets in subsequent days. But the ETH spot market depth has recovered quicker, and if anything, liquidity conditions on some exchanges is better than prior to that event. High-frequency cash futures basis pricing reveals much smaller impact in ETH market despite optically comparable net liquidations. Open interest data also suggests that the other side of these trades was easier to source. High turnover of the public ETH blockchain means a noticeably higher fraction of those tokens can be considered highly liquid, further blunting the impact of future liquidations. And this suggests that ETH valuations may be less dependent on levered demand than Bitcoin, a technically but occasionally important tailwind going forward. How shocking is this? Last time back in 2017, JP Morgan was calling Bitcoin a scam. Now they're talking about Ethereum and why you need to get into Ethereum and why Ethereum is outperforming Bitcoin at the moment. As a matter of fact, just a few days ago, this was April 27th, European Investment Bank is issuing 2-year digital bonds on Ethereum through Goldman, Santander, and Society. So we're seeing massive, large-scale Ethereum adoption in the institutional and governmental spaces. This is definitely going to help propel the Ethereum price forward. This is definitely going to help push the price of ETH going up higher and higher and higher. And if you want to know what type of predictions we're talking about, you can check out this video that I made just the other day where I talk about a very realistic $4 million Ethereum price prediction. Very actually realistic. If ETH captures 100% of the DeFi market, guess what? It'll be worth $4 million per ETH. Just imagine if you stake 32 of those, get 10% per year. That would mean you'd be getting 12 point some million dollars of ETH every year for free. That would be crazy. But even right now, even if we were to just capture 5% of the DeFi market, and look at this, this is kind of the first instance of ETH capturing DeFi market. If we were to just capture 5%, that's a $200,000 ETH. Big numbers coming up for Ethereum. So, like I mentioned in the beginning, this chart right here, definitely looking very bullish for Ethereum. Nice cup and handle. That's generally a bullish trend. Now let's take a look at ETH, some of its other largest competitors. Let's take a look at Binance Coin, XRP, and Cardano, because those are some big competitors for ETH. Now, if we take a look at them, right now, ETH BNB, Binance Coin, is at its highest in ETH comparative. And I generally say all-time high, do not buy. There's a good chance we will have some reversion to the mean. As a matter of fact, they could potentially have somewhat of an inverse cup and handle. If this price comes back down here, then we have, look at this, inverse cup and handle. That would be right behind my head. That would be a bearish scenario. How about XRP? XRP is in this large wedge right here, and as we can see, the price of XRP on an ETH comparative, this is a very strong trend line. This trend line has been going for multi-year trend line right here in this bigger wedge that we're in right now. But as you can see, there's this larger downtrend right here. That means more likely ETH is a better investment than XRP right now. So that's two, better than BNB, better than XRP. How about Cardano? Well, Cardano's been in this sideways megaphone trend right here. It broke out recently back in February when it was having its massive run, but it's back inside there, more likely to end up coming down because this is how these things go. They just go back and forth, so more likely to come down to the bottom of this megaphone. So all of these are saying, hey, right now, the time to buy ETH. Everything, even Raoul Pal, one of the best traders out there, he's saying, hey, at this point, I'm struggling not to sell all my Bitcoin and move my entire core position to ETH, which means that he may actually do some of that. Now, big warning for Bitcoin and for everybody who uses Coinbase. Coinbase debuts buy with PayPal feature, but you need to read the fine print. This integration could lead to massive and unavoidable costs to users who don't pay attention to Coinbase's fee schedule. So now that you can pay with PayPal on Coinbase, you don't have to go through the whole bank integration, which can sometimes take days. You can just log in with a PayPal account and buy crypto on Coinbase. The big red flag that you need to watch out for is that you will lose 4% of all purchases to PayPal specific fees. Now, with this new integration that PayPal is having, guess what? You can buy up to $25,000 of Bitcoin and other cryptos daily using PayPal. However, 4% of that, if you use PayPal, will go to Coinbase. That means that if you buy that $25,000, you're only going to get $24,000 of crypto. $1,000 is going to Coinbase just for the PayPal integration. So if you do see that there and if you do use it, just careful because you are going to get charged over double what you would get charged if you just used a bank account associated with Coinbase. So that's all for today's video. If you did enjoy it, make sure to like, subscribe, click the notification bell, and I'll catch you later. Peace.